Hi guys, my name's Alexis, and I'm actually choosing to do this class with my shoes on to just kind of show you that we don't always, I know, have time to have a yoga mat, or we're not always in yoga clothes. Maybe you're even at the office in your work clothes. I want to make this something just really easy, something really accessible that you could do any time and place. You see a chair and you just feel like you want to kind of make some space in the body. So just go ahead, stand right on up, okay? And this is gonna kind of be our starting position. You're gonna take your hands right onto the edge of the chair. Now, please make sure that you press down. Press down because that helps anchor the back of the chair so we're nice and stable. And then walk your feet back. And if you practice regular yoga, this should kind of remind you of a downward facing dog. If you don't practice regular yoga, this should remind you of a 90-degree angle. We need a slight bend to the knees, right? With that slight bend to the knees, you can actually feel the entire torso try to melt down. So this actually feels more like an upper back bend. A lot of times I kind of picture my spine like a hammock here. Like my hands are attached to a tree and my hips are attached to a tree and my spine is just allowed to really dangle and drop down. Now, some of you, it could actually feel good even to just drop your head completely and get a little bit of a stretch to the side of the neck. Good. Staying there. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's lift the gaze and come to standing. Take your right foot. Take the ball, kind of the top half of your right foot onto the edge of your chair. Hold the chair pressed down. Now, start to walk little baby steps that left foot back. Bend deep into your right knee as you press back through your left heel. Pretty obvious, right? That should give you a nice opening through the front of that left hip. For some of you, it may even start to stretch out the Achilles tendon. I think of this as being also a nice class if you just went for a run and you're in a park, right? You could just find a bench and do some simple things to keep the lactic acid out of your muscles. Now, for those of you at the office, right, please be careful that as you do this, you're not creating more tension up around the neck and shoulders. Just really keep them relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Walk yourself back. Change sides. Ball of the left foot. Close the knee joint to protect it. Stabilize yourself on the back of your chair. And then draw your right leg back. Now there's a few other little things you could do, right? Like the heavier the left heel drops down. I feel the stretch to the calf, Achilles tendon. Knee closes. And then this back leg, right? Maybe you could bend the knee a little bit and practice stretching out and lengthening. Right? Or maybe the heart lifts up. Right? The more you lift the heart up, the more leverage on the hips to stretch the front of the right thigh. Soften the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Okay? Release that. And right, you may already feel just a little bit better by doing that. Step close enough to the chair that you can step your right foot into the middle of the chair. You've got a 90-degree angle there. Inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, take your left hand outside edge of right knee. And right arm reaching back. And it's really up to you where you put your gaze, where you look. You could just look in line with your chest or turn your head all the way back to look at your right thumb. Squeeze out, wring out the upper body. Inhale back to center. And release. Change sides. Left foot steps forward. Press down into your strong standing right leg. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, right hand outside edge of left knee, left hand back behind you. So notice you don't want to be slouching forward. You don't want to be reaching back. Keep pressing your left hip down. Vacuum up through your core. Rotate your ribs and lengthen here. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Come back to center. Release. We're going to do one more from standing. Take the back of your right heel into the center of your chair. Flex the foot. Notice my toes are pointing straight up. From there, folding at the top of your hips. And the nice thing about this is now you've got the back of that chair for balance. Don't worry about going down, you guys. Don't worry about folding over the leg. Worry about pressing down, lifting your shoulders up. Leveraging the length of your spine to get deeper into your hamstring. 1. Inhale. Left toes forward, left kneecap forward, left hip forward as you draw the right hip back. 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Release that. Change sides. Left foot. Step it in. Check your standing right leg. Everything is squared forward. Press your left heel down into the back of the chair and hinge forward. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. And exhale for 3. Lift back up to center. And release. Final one, I'm just going to flip my chair so that the back of the chair is closer to me so I feel a little more stable. Cross left ankle over the top of your right knee. It should look like a figure 4. Okay? And then bending your right knee, sit your hips down and back. Sit your hips down and back, almost like you were sitting in a chair here as well. And then find a place to try to let your chest drop down towards your shin bone. 1. Inhale, feel this as a stretch in your outer left hip. 2. Inhale. And exhale for 3. Let's bring that back up. Feels pretty good, right? Outer hip, we get a lot of tension. For those of you who have low back tension throughout the day, nice way to release that. Change sides. Right ankle over the top of your left knee. I'm going to slide that forward a little bit. And then press down. Okay, now it's the same thing here on the other side. Possibly, you could put your elbows on the edge of the chair and kind of like double whammy, get a shoulder stretch, get a tricep stretch here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. That can be the end of your class, right? That could be enough. Just check in, see how you feel. Or I'm going to end in one more pose, okay? Depending on your chair, this may or may not be accessible. I'm going to step through my chair and come to seated. I'm facing the back, right? And then I'm going to slide forward until the edge of my chair comes onto the upper back. The bum, the popo may slide a little bit off the edge of the chair. And then curling into your upper back. Now notice this isn't my mid-back. My mid-back is in the center of the chair. The edge of the chair is helping to push my shoulder blades flat onto my upper back. Interlace the hands behind the back of your head and let yourself drop over the edge of the chair. You could do this over the edge of your bed in the morning, right? Over the edge of a chair or of a couch, finding something to allow you to open your chest. Okay, so one of the biggest things at the office is that you're not able to really take like deep breaths, right? And that makes us feel tired. So this pose, maybe you straighten your legs, right? This pose could be really, really energizing. Supporting your head, supporting your neck with your hands. Feel your whole front body awaken. And then go ahead and sit yourself back up, okay, to release. Now, you could have an edge of a chair that would be long enough here that you could do that, right, this way. but you're going to have to play around with that a little. Just go slow and make sure that the edge of the chair comes across your upper back, not your mid back. Okay? Coming to seated. Take your feet wider than your knees apart. Let's just grab opposite arm, opposite elbow, and then hang forward from there. Some fresh blood, some fresh oxygen can kind of pour into your brain, refreshing you for the rest of your day. Inhale. And exhale. Now be careful you don't get lightheaded. So just walk your hands up to your knees, pause there, and then bring it back to center. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Namaste.